Ben Horowitz, in The Hard Thing About Hard Things, writes, "The struggle is when you wonder why you started the company in the first place." Mark Andreessen, who co-founded Netscape and ignited the commercial internet, operates from the principle that software is eating the world. Between these two poles are the visceral personal agony of the struggle and the world-altering impersonal force of technological revolutionalities, the domain of the founder. It is a space of profound contradiction. You are architecting the future while fighting for survival today. You are selling a story of inevitable victory while staring into the abyss of total failure. Welcome to Hard-Won Wisdom. This is not a series about mythical garage geniuses or overnight successes. This is a series about the brutal, beautiful, and psychologically demanding architecture of building something that matters. We will fuse the hard-won lessons of the world's greatest builders with the inner vision architecture, a framework for understanding the mechanics of your own mind. Because in the world of startups, your psychology isn't a soft skill. It is the primary technology. It is the operating system on which everything else will be built. Today, we begin where every founder begins, alone, with a whiteboard and a void. The void is the infinite space of what could be. The whiteboard is the first attempt to impose a structure upon it. This first act of creation is an act of pure vision. It is Andreessen's world seeing a technological wave forming on the horizon and plotting a course to ride it. It is the belief that you can see a future that no one else can. This is the first stage of the inner vision architecture, detection. But you are not detecting something in the outside world. You are detecting a signal from the future, a faint whisper of a product, a market, a change that wants to happen. Your job is to tune your attention to that fragile signal and amplify it, protecting it from the overwhelming noise of the noise of skepticism, of market data that says it's impossible, of your own self-doubt. But as you draw that first line on the whiteboard, you invite a companion. The struggle. The struggle, as Horowitz defines it, is not a single event. It is a state of being. It's the weight of the payroll, the terror of a competitor's launch, the sting of a key employee quitting, and it immediately attacks your inner architecture. The first casualty is your filtering system. Your mind, designed for survival, begins to filter for threat. You start seeing only the problems. You start hearing only the criticism. The optimistic vision that got you started is drowned out by the terrifying reality of your burn rate. A founder's first job, therefore, is not to write code or build a pitch deck. It is to consciously manage their own perceptual filters. It is to develop the meta-awareness to see your own fear not as a truth, but as a data point. It is to ask, is this fear a signal that my strategy is wrong, or is it just the raw, undifferentiated terror of the void? This is the hard thing about hard things. There are no easy answers. No algorithm can tell you if your vision is genius or delusion. Your only tool is your own consciousness, your own ability to see your own mind. This is why Horowitz emphasizes the psychological aspect of leadership so heavily. He writes, "The most important skill of a CEO is the ability to manage their own psychology. You must build an inner architecture that can withstand the hurricane of the struggle." The practice begins with radical self-awareness. It starts with the discipline of detection and noticing the subtle shifts in your own mental and emotional state. When you feel a spike of panic, you don't just react. You pause. you detect it. Panic is here. You get curious about it. What triggered it? What story is it telling me? You are applying the principles of a mindfulness master to the brutal reality of a cash flow crisis. You are learning to separate the signal from the noise. The signal might be, our user growth has stalled. The noise is the story your fear tells you. We're all going to fail, and it's all my fault. The master founder learns to hear the signal clearly, without getting hijacked by the deafening roar of the noise. This allows them to make clean decisions. They can look at the brutal facts without being consumed by them. They can transmit this clarity to their team, not as false optimism, but as grounded resolve. This is what Horowitz means by transparency. You don't hide the hard things from your team. You share the brutal facts, but you do it from a place of internal stability. You transmit confidence not in the current plan, but in the team's ability to find a new plan. The architecture of the company begins as a direct reflection of the architecture of the founder's mind. If your mind is chaotic and reactive, your company will be chaotic and reactive. If your mind is clear, focused, and resilient, you give your company a chance to survive. The journey of building a company is a journey of building a self. The void never truly goes away. The struggle is always waiting, but you can build an inner structure so robust, so resilient, that you can stand in that void. Look at that blank whiteboard and have the courage to draw the next line. In our next episode, we will go deeper into the heart of the beast, embracing the struggle. We will explore the psychological tools required to navigate the darkest days, and how the moments that feel like the end are often the beginning of true strength. For now, the question is this: what is the primary filter through which you see your greatest challenge right now? Is it a filter of threat or a filter of opportunity? The answer to that question is the first line of your own architecture.